high above California's valleys, where steep hills crumble into farmland and towns below, an invisible danger moves through the brush. Invasive feral hogs don't just destroy crops. Their constant rooting loosens soil, weakens slopes, and turns entire hillsides into slow-motion disasters. One wrong movement from them, or from us, can send chaos rolling downhill. This operation isn't about excitement. It's about control before damage becomes irreversible. The vehicles stop at the base of the hill, engines falling silent. No one rushes. On terrain like this, impatience is failure. Each team member steps into position, assigned a precise sector of the slope. Wind direction is checked first, then sound, then the faintest shifts in the brush. We wait, letting the land speak before we move. Fresh tracks cut across the dry soil. Deep, wide, recent. A full sounder passed through not long ago. Their weight tells us size. Their angle tells us intent. Following them directly would be a mistake. Pressure from behind only pushes hogs toward the lowlands, toward farms, roads, homes. Instead, we move sideways across the hill. This is spatial control, not chasing animals, but restricting choices. Feral hogs are intelligent, adaptive, and stubbornly efficient. They memorize trails, remember escape routes, and avoid anything that feels unfamiliar. They don't flee blindly. They run toward what worked last time. Knowing this changes everything. Our formation stretches into a wide arc, slowly narrowing their available ground. No sudden movements, no noise. The goal is distance and dominance, not confrontation. Along the ridgeline, blockers take position, sealing off known exits. From above, the slope becomes a controlled funnel. From below, nothing gets through. A radio crackles softly. Movement confirmed. Southeast. Instantly, positions adjust. The wind is wrong for them now. They don't realize it yet, but their safest route is already closed. One coordinated decision here replaces hours of dangerous close-range intervention. Then behavior shifts. A small group breaks pattern, appearing where it shouldn't. Formation tightens. Angles close. This is the moment when discipline matters most. Panic would scatter them. Hesitation would open an escape. The dogs are released with precision, not to chase, not to attack. Their role is pressure, steady, controlled, intelligent. Enough to guide movement, not shatter it. The sounder stays together. Predictable, manageable. Heat rises. Midday sun burns the hillside. Activity should slow, but it doesn't. Dark shapes flicker through the brush. Routes close one by one. Every position is held. Every movement is deliberate. The hill seems to pause. When the noise finally fades, silence returns to the slope. The land below remains untouched for the day, because invasive hog control is never finished. As long as they adapt, return, and push the limits of the terrain, this work continues. Quiet, relentless, necessary. The hillside doesn't stay quiet for long. A sudden crack of movement echoes through the brush below, sharper and closer than before. The sounder has realized something is wrong. They don't see us yet, but they feel pressure. Feral hogs react fast when patterns break. What happens in the next few minutes decides whether the valley stays safe or turns into chaos. Positions tighten. No shouting. No rush movement. Every step is measured. On slopes like this, noise carries farther than bullets. A single mistake can redirect the herd straight toward the farms waiting below. The dogs pick up speed, not chasing, not closing distance, just enough presence to bend the sounder's path. The hogs begin drifting sideways, exactly where we want them. Their instincts push them uphill first, away from open ground, toward cover they've trusted before. But today, that cover is already compromised. Through gaps in the brush, massive dark shapes appear. Thick shoulders, scarred hides. These aren't panicked animals. These are survivors, leaders, the kind that remember traps, remember pressure, and teach the herd how to escape the next time. A radio whisper confirms it. The lead boar is moving. This is the most dangerous moment of the operation. If the leader breaks through, the rest will scatter in every direction. 1 becomes 10. 10 become 100 by next season. The ridge team locks down. No one moves without confirmation. Wind holds steady in our favor. The dogs push just enough to force a decision. The lead boar hesitates. That hesitation costs him. From above, the angle is clean. Safe backdrop. Clear target. No dogs in line. No teammates crossing fire. This isn't speed shooting. It's responsibility under pressure. One controlled shot breaks the sounder structure. The hillside erupts with movement, but not panic, confusion. Without their leader, the herd fractures exactly as predicted. Smaller groups peel off, trying familiar exits that no longer exist. Every route they know is blocked. Every escape point closes seconds before they reach it. Below, secondary teams move in, sealing the last corridors. The slope becomes a cage without walls. Dogs maintain pressure, never overrunning, never forcing reckless charges. This isn't domination. It's containment. Minutes stretch like hours. Dust hangs in the air. The heat is brutal, but the plan holds. 1 by 1. The remaining hogs are intercepted, redirected, and neutralized before they can reach the lower ground. No wild firing. No chaos. Every action stays within legal boundaries and safety protocols. As the final movement fades into the brush, the hillside exhales. Fields below remain untouched. Roads stay clear. Homes stay quiet. But victory here doesn't feel loud. It feels controlled. Earned. Temporary. Because feral hogs don't disappear forever. They learn. They adapt. And when they return, the land will demand the same discipline again. The silence that follows is never peaceful. It is the kind that waits. As dust drifts back onto the hillside, no one relaxes. Experienced teams know this phase well, the moment when surviving hogs test the perimeter, probing for a mistake. Feral boars that escape first contact do not run far. They circle, listening, memorizing sounds, waiting for pressure to fade. We do not allow that window. Thermal optics sweep the brush in slow arcs. Heat signatures glow briefly, then vanish. One remains, stationary, heavy, a lone boar choosing patience and panic. Solitary males are the most dangerous, aggressive, intelligent, and capable of sudden counterattack if cornered. The dog sense it before we confirm it. Their barking changes tone, sharper and controlled. Not pursuit. Warning. Positions shift silently. A funnel is formed between rock face and dense scrub. The terrain becomes a tool. Wind direction holds. Escape routes close. The boar moves exactly where instinct and gravity guide him. When he finally breaks cover, it is explosive. Muscle, speed, raw force erupting from the brush. But speed still obeys physics. The shot is taken only when every rule is satisfied. Clear target. Safe backdrop. Absolute certainty. One controlled moment ends a threat cleanly and humanely. The dogs pull back instantly, trained not just for courage, but discipline. The hillside exhales. Yet procedure is not finished. Another sweep follows. Binoculars scan ridgelines. Thermal checks the gullies. Tracks are inspected for depth and direction. Nothing fresh. Nothing moving. Only wind and dust. Casings are collected. Radios go quiet. Each position is cleared one by one. We leave the land as close to untouched as possible. Below us, the fields remain intact. Crops stand unbroken. Roads are safe. Homes will sleep undisturbed tonight. This is not sport. It is responsibility. Invasive feral hogs breed fast, adapt quickly, and return smarter if mistakes are made. Control is never about numbers. It is about timing, restraint, and understanding behavior before damage occurs. Today, balance was restored. Tomorrow, the land may call again. And when it does, we will be ready. As the sun sinks behind the ridgeline, long shadows stretch across the slope, reminding us that daylight is only one advantage. Night belongs to the hogs. If even one breeding pair survives, the cycle begins again. Rooted soil, collapsed banks, broken fences, poisoned waterways. That is why no one celebrates. Vehicles move last. Headlights off until the road is reached. Radios remain open. Even now we listen. Years of field work teach a simple truth. Nature never announces its next move. Back at the staging point, maps are updated. Tracks logged. Pressure zones marked. What happened today becomes data for tomorrow. Effective wildlife management is built on memory, ours and theirs. Somewhere beyond the hills, other sounders are moving. This mission ends, but the work does not. Stay alert. Now,